So we're going to be going over workshop 1. I'm actually just going to go into your week 3 module and go to the calendar, and we're going to start with here, the review, and begin workshop 1 planning, which everyone's going to submit whether you come to the workshop or not. And if you haven't signed up yet, please do so. That sign up was for session 3 last week. So what we're doing is going over your ideas. The activity that you're going to be preparing is just sort of a thinking on paper. It's very low stakes. There's some prompts and for you to kind of work through, and then there's some visual evidence that I do ask you to do a Google search and kind of find something for that. And then we're just going to meet in small groups and have everybody kind of go over what it is they're thinking about doing. If you have, one that you're really set on, or you're kind of bouncing around between a couple of ideas, and the goal is just to kind of talk about what people's ideas are and give everyone some feedback and direction, and just kind of weigh in. So at the workshop, we're just going to be sort of having everybody talk for about 3 to 4 minutes about your LOI ideas, like based on the prompts from your planning. Show and explain that visual evidence. Kind of plan ahead. Like if you have to show something. If you have a video, like if it's super long, like we have a limited amount of time to get everybody in and talk about stuff. So maybe just a couple of, maybe like a minute, something like that, and kind of know where you want it to start and stop if it's long. Explain what you need help with, so what you're kind of struggling with, and give feedback to your peers, so everybody kind of being engaged and helping each other out. That's the point of having multiple people there. You'll find that I get in a small group, I might not know anything about your issue and be even not with the research and helping you kind of talk about that, but in terms of the issue itself, maybe someone else in the group would be more knowledgeable and more helpful. So having everybody kind of weigh in what they think and what they know about the ideas people have. There are 4 main kind of prompts for you to cover, and this is something you're going to work on in your daily work folder. So just a document prompts. You can, it's very kind of informal. It's not like an essay or anything like that. So where are you in the decision making? So a couple of things to talk about there, like if you kind of are sure about what you want to do, if you have questions about the assignment or you're struggling with anything, what ideas you're kind of wrestling between. Prompt 2 is what you already know, kind of coming into the issue or the issues, like what have you read, seen in the news, heard others talk about. 3 is the visual evidence. So I ask people to have at least one image, video, or graph that illustrates the issue happening. And I mean illustrates, not just overviews or talks about it, because you're going to tell us that, but something that really does more than you could do, especially in terms of just illustrating that the problem is happening, that there is a problem and where we can see it in the world. So a news clip is sometimes really helpful to show it being talked about in the news. If it's something, I think the examples I gave down here were let's see. Oh, I did a video, if you were going to do body image in the media, here's something that illustrates photoshopping happening. Here's something that shows in a controversial ad that was kind of taking place. So some other things are tertiary graphs that kind of show or illustrate a trend or a problem. If you're doing things about politics, like press conferences or clips, like social media posts, there's a lot of things that could be really good, really helpful. And then what assumptions or personal biases are you coming in with? Nobody comes in with nothing. There's usually some, either it could be if you have experiences or personal connections or know someone who does. It could be what you kind of expect to find, or if you have a hypothesis, what you think you're going to find. What kind of gut reactions you have, if you have any sort of values, opinions, experiences, even experiences or values from your family, stuff like that, beliefs that you have that you think could influence how you approach the research or the issue, things you're worried about. So there's a lot you can kind of talk about here. So kind of, lay it out. And this should give us also a sense of what kind of things you might need some help with. So this should be at least 400 words, however you divide it up. Everyone is going to submit this again. at the end of session 3 this week, whether you came to the workshop to talk about your ideas or not. It's just really helpful to come to that workshop. It's always better to come to the workshop, even if you're not fully prepared. It's still better to show up and get some help. And then if you are using like sources, especially when you're talking about like things you've read and stuff like that, if you're going to hyperlink them, you don't need a bibliographic citation at this point. This is informal. You're welcome to do like hyperlink text or use the explore function on Google Docs, and I've got some videos here to help with that. You do need to sign up. Oh, hello. Sign up. Where you hopefully have already signed up, but if not, you can always click here. I'm going to go to this sign up sheet and just explain that for a brief minute. So as you can see, most of the slots are full. I've got it kind of split up to put in like 5 students at a time. I usually squeeze in one evening because I know some people work during the day. If you can't make up any of these times, please send me an email prior to Thursday so I can kind of work something out. I typically do like some kind of a makeup option afterward that's either a Padlet where you post and you can get and give feedback from other people, or like I'm gonna have a makeup time like Monday at this time, and if you can come, you can come. If not, try to make the next workshop. So just it's important to let me know, because it's easier for me to put in a time that I know you can make it to if you email me, you know, before, because I have to get other people to come to that slot also. So I need time to get it posted and for other people to see it. So let me know if you have a time conflict. Okay. So you're going to bring your Google Doc with your pre-planning and be ready to show your visual evidence. That's what you're bringing to the workshop. You sign up in a slot that works for you. Here is my Zoom office. You show up and we do the workshop, and that's pretty much it. See, I told you that was going to be fast. So let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, that's it. Peace.